You will think about times in your past, whatever role in your life, you've made really great decisions and got the result you're looking for. And you have a particular wiring. For anybody who's done NLP, somebody who's done that can help you break it down and figure out what's your decision-making strategy. Because then it's a question of just follow that. Because then you get consistent. Because you're either consistent or you're non-existent in this day and age. Okay? So you've got to think about, okay, so how do we go about making the decision? Or perhaps you're lacking information. How many people here are closet perfectionists? Okay, get real. Have you ever achieved perfection? No. Will you ever achieve? So why frustrate yourself? Because I am a reformed perfectionist. It wasn't until I went on my MBA, because I had to have everything right, my MBA, and I learned about the 80-20 rule. Because you'll get 80% of your information that you need to make a good decision in the first 20% of the time you start looking at it. Would you agree? So, and the more you get practiced at it, the faster you'll make it, because the organizations that are out there leading are leading because they make decisions faster and more effectively. Does that make sense? Cast your mind back to school, or maybe you can get them now. Multiple choice questions. Who loved multiple choice questions? I hated them. You get A, you get B. You get B and A, you get D, E, and F. You can pick none of the above and all of the above. The more options they gave you, the more frustrating I got. Has anybody ever done that? You've done the exam, you get it back, or the test, you get it back, and you picked one, and then you said, no, I scribbled it out, and you do the other one. And you found out your original answer was right? Anybody done that? My mom was sage on this. She said, Richard, she said, always go with your first instinct. And more often than not, when I started practicing that, I was right. But another way of looking at the decision is also understanding what's the benefit of making a good decision. Because sometimes you're given a decision, but you don't know how to square it off. Because has anybody got a big decision that's weighing down on them, and it's rolling through their head all the time? And the thing is, your conscious mind can only cycle 7 pieces of information at a time. So your head's constantly going like this, and you get more and more frustrated. And I did this with my mom, because she was dithering about, do I go into a retirement village or not? My dad passed away a few years ago, and she wasn't sure, and she's really an introverted, insular person, and doesn't like change, and doesn't like making decisions, and this is the first big life decision she's had to make since she said I do. What did she do? I said, well, Mom, let's take, because she's got it all rattling around her head. I said, okay, let's do it this simple way. Okay, write down on a piece of paper, what are the benefits of making this change, or this decision? What are the consequences of making this decision? Write all those down. And then the next one, what are the benefits of not making the decision? And what are the consequences of not making the decision? You answer all those questions and list them, you there have everything on the piece of paper to make that decision, because it's all sitting in front of you.